thank you for that lovely introduction. I wrote it. Anyway, I'm sorry, I wasn't supposed to say that. Anyway, so thank you so much for having me, and so I can get the chance to celebrate your first birthday, which is awesome. Speaking of birthdays, let's get this out of the way, okay? Who here loves to party? Come on, don't be shy. I know you all do. Okay, that's great. I see that energy. I love it. Well, don't feel bad because I do love to party too. Ever since I was a little girl, I've always loved going to like birthday parties and like all this random stuff. But my favorite is obviously the birthday party because there's cake and you can eat it. And you wake up the next morning, then you eat it again, and you just get happy all over. So I was actually really excited to find out that when I moved here like 5-something years ago to the United States, that happy birthday is the exact same song in English as it is in Thai. So I was like, yeah, I can't say a word of English, but I can sing happy birthday on point. So I was just like really happy about that. But why am I talking about birthdays, right? So when I was little, my mom taught me this neat little trick. My mom's actually here, but I can't tell where she is. There she is. Everyone say hi, Judy. Anyways, so she taught me that I should wash my hands for long enough that I can sing happy birthday twice. So that way I give myself enough time to clean my hands, so I don't get sick from germs, anything like that. So that was great. However, when I grew up, I came to learn that not all bacteria is bad. So I defied my mother, like every 18-year-old. I actually was working with the Antimicrobial Discovery Center at Northeastern with Dr. Kim Lewis and my mentor, Phil Steinmetz, who got his PhD 6 hours ago. So Dr. Steinmetz and Dr. Lewis, they actually introduced me to a whole new world of bacteria, and it's called the human gut microbiome. So like Oliver said, the microbiome is this term used to describe the bacteria that lives on your body and inside your body. So why am I talking about the human gut microbiome? I'm a neuroscience student. Well, I'm going to tell you in a little bit. So here's what we did in our study. We recruited over 200-something participants to come in, give a sample, and then we asked them to fill out a bunch of psychological surveys. So we can tell at this very minute how they're feeling, or like where their mood's at, what's their lifestyle, stuff like that. And then we give them $20. You might be thinking, wow, this is $20 I flushed down the toilet, right? I was thinking the same thing, except what I did was I screened through these samples, and I tried to look for bacteria that could be instrumental to mental health. So in the past, there have been publications that have linked the human gut microbiome to autism, diabetes, cancer, intestinal bowel disease, etc. But our focus was on mental health, and what we did was we looked for types of bacteria in this person's sample, and then we looked at their psychological survey. And what we found was if you have these A, B, C, D types of bacteria, you responded that you were in a better mood. And just to make sure that this is not just like a coincidence, we were testing and to see which ones produce the highest level of GABA. So this is the only scientific term I'm going to throw out. So GABA is inhibitory neurotransmitter, or chemicals in your brain, that have been associated with anxiety and depression. And what we found was the more GABA you produce, the happier you are. Okay, so that's great. What does that mean for me? Well, I can publish a paper, which is great, right? But what this means to hospitals or pharmaceutical companies or just the National Institute of Health is this. So we can find a cure, hopefully, and there's a lot of money that goes into that, and there's a lot of money that you might actually have to pay for that, but who knows? That's the industry. But what does that mean for you? Well, you've heard of antibiotics, right? So those are the drugs that kill your bacteria, so hopefully you're cured from whatever you're infected with. What we're trying to find is either giving you the type of drug that would feed the good bacteria, so you can have more of what makes you happy, or you can take the antibiotic that kills off the bad bacteria, so the ones that are good for you can stay. But it's 2016, and science is going to do better than that. We're actually looking into making probiotics, which is food bacteria in it. Okay, you might be thinking, this is weird, I don't want to do that. Well, if you eat yogurt or like pickles, kimchi, dark chocolate, those would actually have bacteria, surprise! So you might spend your entire life eating yogurt, which is great. Or if you're a foodie like me and you want to like branch out, we're actually thinking of a way to put the probiotic into different types of food. So pick your favorite emoji. We can put that in your burrito, in your pizza, in Rebecca's home fries, whatever you're thinking of. That way you can have your bacteria and eat it too. But okay, so I know there's a lot of microbiology out there, and I just wanted to leave you with something very simple. Yesterday, if you have the Twitter, you know that Twitter started a conversation about mental health using the hashtag #BellLet'sTalk, and it's probably not helpful now because this is the next day and you can't join in, right? But what you can do right now is to start a conversation. Turn to your neighbor, talk about mental health. Hey, how you doing? How you feeling? Are you stressed out? Talk to your Tinder bae about it. It's a great conversation starter. If he doesn't care about it, it's probably not worth it. So, anyways. So, my favorite, whatever I'm doing, I'm really passionate about, and I think it's going to be worth it in the end, but it's still pending for publication. What you can do right now is to start a conversation, because together we can find a cure. Thank you.